Morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning. Married at First Sight, Season 8, Episode 12. And it's the mini moon part 2. Um, Last week was a disaster with AJ. It was just terrible last week with AJ and him being upset that they're everyone is sharing the home for the honeymoon. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. A last opportunity for the group to get together and kind of hang out and talk. AJ was mad about it. But anyways, in part 2, it begins with the couples in the kitchen cooking. Um the guys it was breakfast time. I believe it was breakfast. They were all talking. The guys made dinner for the ladies. I thought that was nice. I love when a man can cook. That was one of the things that impressed me about my husband, that he can cook. I tell him all the time when he cooks, I say, I married you because you can cook, right? And I thought that was nice. I thought it's nice. It's a nice gestures when husbands can do little things for their wives to let them know that they care about them and they love them and they appreciate them. So I thought that was cute and it was a nice gesture. Um, what is up with Will sleeping all the time? I remember thinking, why he act like he's pregnant? You know how, well, for me, my first trimester of my pregnancy, I just sleep nonstop. So he claims he's an introvert and he just needed to refresh. And I don't want to use the L word about Will. Starts with the L, ends with a Y. But I just think that he is so annoyed with Jess. He's just not interested in her. And he's just trying to get over this whole thing. Is like Jasmine is holding him hostage and he's like, oh, I just want to get away from her. And I just feel like he just doesn't want to be bothered. He's just so out. He is ready for this whole experience to be over. He's always sleeping. A time when he should be trying to bond with her. He's sleeping, but I just think he was never interested in him. And I'm gonna try to find that post that I posted in my group on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you would love to join us in our Married at First Sight group. It's #1 Married at First Sight CSI group or something like that. I have to look up let me look up the link and then I'll post it below, because there's a lot of Married at First Sight group, but we're more like a CSI group where we dig deep and we try to find out what else is going on with the couples. So if you're interested in joining us on Facebook, you're welcome to do so. It's #1 all Married at First Sight CSI and open forum group. So we're also an open forum group. So if you want to join us, you can search. It's the group that has #1 all Married at First Sight, CSI, and open forum. And we add CSI because we really do investigate on the couples. This season was a little dry because they're not posting, they're not on Twitter. So it's a little bit, it's not like the other seasons where the couples would come on and post things. This season they're really, really quiet. So if you would love to join us, please join us, and we'll talk. And I'm going to come back on later and talk about a little news we got. So yeah, let me just post this really quick. So I just think that Luke is just out of it, and he's just ready for this whole experience to be over. Let me share this in the group. And but I had posted in the group, and I'm going to try to find that group, that post. Maybe I can try to do that later tonight. I knew from day one, when he first saw her, I could tell on his face that she was not his type. And look at one of my other videos where we digged and we searched and found a possible reason why Will might not be interested in Jazz. So it's in one of the other videos. So try to look at that and see if you can You'll be able to find out. And then he said he's an introvert. I cannot marry an introvert man. My husband is very mild tempered, very soft spoken. I think I shared the first time I heard him raise his voice or yell was when our 2-year-old was running in the street. We have a long driveway that goes down, and so he was running and running and running, and my husband yelled, "Michael, stop!" But other than that, we've been married 6 years. My husband is very mild tempered. He's not an introvert, but I could not marry an introvert guy because then it would be like Jazz trying to drag it out, trying to drag. Like last week, he said something about you need to dig deeper. And I'm like, why does she have to dig deeper? You are married. Why don't you just open up and share things with your wife? And a lot of the things, you know what I noticed about these couples this season? It's putting me in the mind of my book, The Naked Wife. This is my book, my last published book called The Naked Wife. And it's where I interviewed over 200 wives who talked about their divorce and why they got a divorce and red flags and things like that. And it just puts me in the remembrance of my book because with these couples, I noticed this season they're a picture of a lot of marriages. Like Jazz is digging and begging, trying to pull him out. Come on, let's try to work on the marriage. Let's try to save the marriage. And Will is not interested at all. And if you really look and think, a lot of marriages are like that. And I just think it's so sad for Jazz, and it's so sad for a lot of marriages. The ladies were sitting around talking about D-Day. Everybody was talking about D-Day, it's decision day. What are you thinking about? What do you think you want to do? Steph says she thinks she knows AJ very well. Stephanie, you are delusional and you are in denial about AJ's behavior. Something is wrong. Something is medically wrong with him. Maybe something that has not been diagnosed, or maybe he know but he just don't want to address it. And someone had mentioned in one of the other posts that he had the accident and perhaps that's affecting him, and it has not been diagnosed. Something is wrong with AJ. He goes up and down, he goes off, he snaps. He's blaming it on taping and other things, and I just think that something is wrong with him medically. I just think that Stephanie is ashamed and embarrassed to be around him with other people because he can say anything at any time or go off at any time. And she might stay with him on D-Day, but I think in the long run, she's going to end up divorcing him because he's like a child. He's like a 2-year-old. There's certain places when my little boy was young, there's certain places we couldn't take him. He's 4 now, he's maturing, and we can do a lot more. But at 2, there's a lot of things we couldn't do with him because he's 2. We would go to church and he would say, "Daddy, let's." I remember one time my husband took him to church and he was like, I need to go to the bathroom. Or he's hungry or something. And that 3 or 4 times. And then he said, "Daddy, do you want to go to the park?" My husband just laughed. He left, took him to the park because he's 2. He can't sit for 2 hours in church, right? And AJ is like that. Stephanie is going to have to continually try to control him, try to be in the right environment, try to always do what he wants. Just try to always be about him like you do a child, trying to keep him quiet. That's why they have children's church, so they can be wild and run and jump, and you don't have to be in an environment where you need to sit and be quiet, because in the main sanctuary, pastors preaching, different things going on, you can't do that. But when in children's church, you could just let them go, and if they run, whatever happens. And Stephanie's going to have to be like that with AJ. And I don't think in the long run she's going to put up with that. That is not healthy. And again, a lot of marriages are like that. A lot of wives are trying to control their husband, trying to keep him, trying not to upset him. But it's very stressful and frustrating. And in the long run, it's not good for the marriage. And it's not a real marriage. It's like a parent and child relationship. You guys love my cup. Coffee, sleep, repeat. This should say coffee, right, sleep, repeat. Coffee, right? Because writing is my passion. Okay. Steph is concerned about after the cameras and can she deal with AJ forever? Yes, Stephanie. Yes, you need to begin to think about these things. Yes, the camera is on. Yes, there are other people around who can help to calm AJ down, like he's two. But what's going to happen when the cameras are not there and it's just you and him? Will he hit you? Will he yell? Will he be verbally and emotionally abusive? Will he be physically abusive? Are you willing to put your life at risk because you want to be married? And Stephanie, girl, I understand. I got married. I was almost 36 when I got married. I was 34 when I met my husband. I was almost 36 when I got married. I got married May and I turned 36 in October. I had our son when I was 37. I am 41 now, trying to work on baby number three. I have a 25-year-old this year. I had her when I was 16, and I wasn't going to have any more without a husband or being married. And then I got married when I was almost 36, had my son at 37, and we started to try at when he turned 3. We should have started early, but a lot of things was going on with my husband's mom. She was sickly, and it just wasn't another time to bring a baby in. And then we wanted to also get him through, daycare. Daycare ends at 3. He goes to preschool at 3. So we just wanted to enjoy him. But I'm at 41 trying for baby number 3. So yes, Stephanie, I understand. I understand being older. I understand wanting to be married. But honey, your peace is better than being with an AJ, being an abusive and emotional, trying to control him, trying to make sure he doesn't go off. He's like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the word, but he's like a child. Okay. He's like a child that you just have to do a whole lot of extra stuff for. And I just don't think in the long run, it's healthy for you. It's good for you. And it's not healthy for AJ. AJ needs to go see some doctors and get some kind of medication. And, AJ, I'm sorry if that's not what it is, but honey, something is wrong. And unfortunately, maybe your friends have not said anything to you, but I hope that after you see yourself, that you will say, man, something is going on and I need to go and get diagnosed or something. You just go and sit and talk with somebody, okay? Keith said 3 things to make it work. So the guys were talking, and Keith said there were 3 things to make the relationship work: communication, true, very important; understanding, yes, very, very, very important; and trying to be better for that person. I think you need to be better as a person first. Okay, I have to try to be better as a person for my husband, and then in the long run, it will spill over to my husband. I fix myself up because I love myself and I want to look good for myself first. And it makes me feel good to fix myself up and do my hair. And someone commented how I'm always changing my hair. I can do my own hair. So a lot of the hairstyles you see, I do them myself. I might say, well, I'll wear this today. I think I want to change my hair tomorrow because I can do my own hair. So I change my hair a lot because I like it. I like to do my hair. I like to play in makeup. I'm not an expert, but I can play in it, get my nails done, and I do it for me because I love me and I want to be a better person for me and I want to be happy for me. And then it spills over to my husband enjoying what I'm doing for myself. He come home, he don't know what I'm going to look like. He might go to work and I look like this. He come home and my hair is all the way down here or change it or something. Okay, so I thought that was good, Keith. I thought I was good. That was good. I still don't think you and Kristen should stay together, but that was good. Good. Um, and did you guys hear when Luke said they did not talk about D-Day? Her and Kate did not talk about D-Day. Did Kate not say last week that she was thinking about divorce? And again, I think she said that to cause Luke to come up, to cause Luke to be the husband that she needs him to be. But it's just not going to happen. Luke is not interested. A lot of people are still saying they think Luke is gay. Maybe he's bisexual and he doesn't want the world to know he had sex with a woman. I don't know. But he's really weird about sex. I've never seen a man that is so weird about sex. Okay. So he's weird about sex. So I thought that wasn't true, Luke, because you and Kate did talk, and she said she was thinking about divorce. And so I don't think that was true. And now Kate is saying that she doesn't know. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, Kate, what do you mean you don't know? What part of this marriage do you want to continue to stay in? Why, Kate? Are you in love with him? Someone said maybe she's in love with him. Excuse me. Why? What is there about this marriage? You're forever begging, please love me, please kiss me, please have sex with me, please stay home with me. That is not a marriage. A lot of marriages are like that. A lot of relationships are like that, where the women are begging the man to please love me, please want me. But that's just not going to work in the long run. Kate also says she did not say she did she I was asking, did she not say she was thinking about divorce? So I don't know what happened for her to change his mind. Probably Luke's being a narcissist trying to change her mind about, oh, I don't want a divorce. And did you hear what he said? I don't want a divorce because I. Luke is all about him. Luke is all about looking good for the camera and looking good for everyone else. He doesn't care about Kate. He doesn't care about the institution of marriage. He does not care about protecting his wife and loving his wife and causing his wife to feel love and to feel good about herself and to feel good about the marriage. All he cares about is himself. And I just think that's very selfish of him. Kate said something powerful. She says she doesn't know how long she can stay with someone who wants to be attracted to her but isn't. I don't think Luke want to be attracted to her. I really don't. I don't think he wants to be attracted to her at all. But that was a powerful statement. She said that she don't know how long she can stay with someone who wants to be attracted to her but isn't. Thank you, Kate. You can't stay with Luke if he's not attracted to you. Attraction is one of men have to be attracted to you. Men, they don't marry us because we're sweet. Okay? They have to be attracted to us. The first time my husband got my attention that night at the event was when he complimented me on my leg. And he told me about last week, he said, he said, when he was looking for a wife, he wasn't looking for a Kim Kardashian. He likes smart women. He said, you didn't have to be Condoleezza Rice, but you have to be like a Michelle. And he said, I'm like Michelle, Janet Jackson, and Mary Poppins all mixed together. That's what he was looking for. He was looking for Michelle Obama, Janet Jackson, and Mary Poppins all mixed in one. Okay, Janet is very sexy. Janet is his girl. He loves him some Janet Jackson. Okay, so men have to be attracted to us. Okay, that's why, ladies, we have to keep ourselves fixed up, put on something pretty, put on some perfume, fix yourself up because they want to look at us and they want to be attracted to us. We need to be smelling good. If he leave you in the dirty, dingy nightgown, you shouldn't be having no dirty, dingy nightgown, no way, if you have a husband. Don't let him come home and you in that dirty, dingy, stinky nightgown. Remember, he's going out. He's seen all these beautiful, pretty women all dressed up, hair done, smelling good, and he leaves you dirty, stinky, funky, and he come home in the still dirty, funky, stinky nightgown. Stop. Okay, we have to look good for our husbands. They want us to look good. Okay. I don't believe that Luke. Well, again, I don't believe that Luke wants to be attracted to her. He can't be attracted to her. She is just not what he wants. Okay. Jasmine said Kate shouldn't want to deal with anyone that's hot or cold. Yes, it's like Luke is hot when he wants something from her, but cold when she wants something from him. It's like Luke is all about himself. He's all about his needs and his want. When he want to have sex, he have sex with her, but don't tell anyone that we're having sex. You are a grown man. You are married. What's the issue with having sex? Okay. Jasmine says sharing with Kate and Luke is really touchy-feely and affection. So there was a time when she thought, they were really feely and touchy and affectionate, and maybe because Luke was around the other guys. Kate told Jasmine about her and Luke's sexapade. I was a little surprised that Jasmine wasn't shocked. I was waiting for the, oh my God, you said you guys weren't, which is their business. They don't have to tell anyone, right? They don't have to tell anyone they were having sex, but I was waiting for Jasmine to say, what? Y'all was having sex? Da, da, da. But it didn't happen. Kate is confused about what to do. What is there to be confused about, Kate? I don't understand. Why are you confused? It's not working. Luke is not interested in you. Someone just came on. Thanks for joining me. I'm talking about Married at First Sight, season 8, episode 12, if you watch the show. And I talk about it on here because it's about marriage and couples and dating and all of that stuff. So back to Kate. I don't know what there is to be confused about. Jazz says she wants to feel wanted by her husband. Yes, and he wanted to, and we want to be desired. Why is we have to be desired? My husband, I want to feel like he desires me. Okay. When he sends me flowers, when he buys me a gift, when he texts me throughout the day, or he calls me just to say hi, or, he gives me a hug and he pulls me in and he kisses me on my forehead. I love that because we want to feel wanted. The next morning they were making breakfast. He said the thought of cooking was a spectator sports for him. I thought that was funny because, his grandmother and his mother took care of him all this time. He didn't have to do anything, which to me is just bad. Who is that? 8 Chain free. Okay. Hi, 8 Chan. Hi. Welcome. Good morning. Okay. So I thought that was funny. Now, when I used to go to Bible InterVarsity, we had to get up early in the morning and take a bath because if by about 8 o'clock there's no hot water. Did you guys see that they didn't have any hot water? I guess it's a cabin. Oh my God, no hot water in the middle of winter in the Poconos. How terrible was that? Lovers Cove. Keith took Kristen to Lovers Cove. My husband and I went to Lovers Cove. We went to 2 places for a honeymoon. We went to the Palace and we went to Lovers Cove. I didn't like it because it's like you're going downstairs. It's like it's 3 stories down. The apartment we had was you go in, the first level is like the living room, the dining room, and then the second level is like the bedroom, the bathroom. The bedroom, I think, was heart shape or something. And then you go down and another level and it's the pool. So I don't like going down. It's basement, it's dark, you can't see. You're just inside. There's no windows because it's downstairs. I was just, oof. I was tense. I couldn't relax. And I was just like, Lord Jesus, we need to get out of here. So we stayed one night, but after that, I was like, I can't stay. I can't. To leave, I was like, can we please go? It was it was for me. I need to be able to see outside. I don't like basement. So that brought back some memories for me because that's where my husband and I went. One of the places we went to for our honeymoon. I was freaked out. I couldn't relax. It was just, to me, I was like, okay, we have to go. We couldn't stay. So we stayed one night. And I thought it was interesting. Keith said he wanted a tall Amazon with big booty. There you go. A lot of men, especially our men of color, that love women with big booties, right? I feel like Jasmine should have been with Keith, and Kristen should have been with Will, because Keith make the comments all the time about big booties. He wanted, Jasmine is well endowed. Keith used the love word. He didn't say I love you, but he used the word. And I was thinking when they were talking about last week with Dr. Cal about not using the love word, I was wondering how Keith is not ready to tell Kristen that he loves her, but he's ready to have a baby with her. To me, that just didn't make any sense to me. You want to have a baby, but you're not ready to tell the person you want to have a baby with that I love you. Okay, so that was a little like that's a little nugget that I wanted to mention. AJ and Steph went to a Will You Marry Me Forever winery. I thought that was cute. I'm gonna mention that to my husband. Maybe we can go. Our anniversary's coming up, and maybe that's something we can do. The wine name was Symphony. I wrote that down. They thought it was very nice, so I'm going to mention that to my husband, and perhaps we can get that wine. I thought that was cute. I thought it was romantic and it was cute. AJ had to act up and said he would be his man crush. See, he's always acting up with the waiter that was serving. He always have to say something crazy. I'll be his man crush. Oh my God, AJ. Oh my God, Steph, you cannot stay with him, girl. You're going to be embarrassed forever. You're going to be embarrassed forever. Okay. I'm, it was just, I was just like sitting there with my pen. Like, what is he going to say now? What stupid thing is he going to say? Back to Kate. Kate asked Luke about D-Day and he said he has a thought about it. Lies. I don't believe it. Luke said it's just a date. This is what I mean. Luke don't care, y'all. He don't care. He just probably did this for he doesn't care. It's not just a day. It's a decision day. You have to decide to stay in this marriage or not to stay in this marriage. When Kate told Luke about Jess and Dr. Pepper about the sex, and Luke looked at her as if she was his kid. Did you see that look? He looked at her like I look at my little boy. He's 4. I look at him when I like last night. He was playing 10. I'm in my 10. Like, Michael, it's time for bed. He said, "No, I'm not ready to go to bed. I'm playing my 10." And I looked at him. He was like, "Okay, I'm going to bed now." Yeah, it's that mother, it's that parent look. You know that look. Like, you need to get in this bed right now. He looked at her like, she was his kid. And he was chastising her about her telling everything. I mean, why are you chastising her? What's the big secret? You're married. You're supposed to be having sex, okay? Luke reminds me of one of those. Do you guys watch Criminal Minds? I was supposed to look up the word. I forgot the word they use, but he looked like one of those people on Criminal Minds that they're trying to catch. I'm going to look that word up and drop it in the comments below. But he just looked like that word that I don't want to say starts with a K, ends with a R. And it's as if he was trying to shut her up. He gave her the death stare. When she brought it up, did you see how he looked in the camera and he wanted to look like he wanted to close the camera down, and he looked at her and he looked at her and he gave her the death stare like, "Oh my God, how dare you tell that we were having sex." And again, he walked out, leaving her to carry her own suitcase. He's so terrible. He's not even a gentleman. He's not even a man. Okay? A gentleman will never allow his wife or a lady to carry a suitcase. I mean, how terrible is he? And Kate was crying when she got into the car. And I just think this is so abusive. Why are they allowing this to go on? Poor Kate. It's abuse. It's abuse. It's terrible. And I just wish that they would just cut it. Jazz and Will went to walk. I thought that was so romantic because that's something my husband and I would do. We would go walking in the park. They brought up the D-Day. Some interesting things Will said. Will says he would like to be in love, but the future is not promised. Will says something about him not being wasting time with each other, as in, look, let's just stop wasting each other's time. We're not interested. We're not a match. Let's move on. Will thought it would be like a fairy tale. And I can see that. But if you want your marriage to be a fairy tale, you can't be matched with a stranger. You have to choose the mate you want if you want that fairy tale. I think my marriage was like a fairy tale. And he said he thinks happily ever after is a cliche, and it's not good. I don't think it's a cliche. I think you can have happily ever after if you choose the right mate. All righty. Back to Kate and Luke in the car. You can tell Kate's been crying and said Luke was very angry. Luke lashed out about he doesn't know how much he said. Like he wanted, what else did you say? He wanted all the details of what she told Dr. Pepper. So that's telling me there's some other things going on that she hasn't said. Luca angry and asked her if she left anything out. Like, I think there was something else. She said she had 2 glasses of wine and then he gave her 2 more. So remember what then he brought up her drinking. And she said, I had 2 glasses of wine and you gave me 2 more. He looks at the camera as if to motion for her to be quiet again. Luke brings up Kate drinking. Why does he continue to drink that? Say that. I think he's trying to make her think she has a drinking problem. Because if you think she has a drinking problem, why are you giving her more wine? Okay, said he said he was happy with this cake, but with Luke this week, with Kate this week, sorry, but it's like he's trying to blackmail her, as if don't say nothing, shut up. This week was good. We don't want to say anything else. Kate asked if she doesn't want to talk about her drinking problem and that she was blacked out. He said she was blacked out for two days ago and doesn't remember that and that it's not changing. So Luke is making Kate think that the drinking problem is her. The problem is her drinking, and it's not. Because if you think somebody have a drinking problem, why are you giving them wine? Okay. So that doesn't make any sense, Luke. You're lying. I don't believe anything you say. I don't believe anything you say. I don't care if you say she drank 10 bottles of wine. I don't believe it because you're a liar. And I don't believe you. Kate asks if she doesn't want to talk about her drinking problem and that she was blacked out for 2 days. I said that already. So he's having, and then if she's drunk, Luke, why are you having sex with her? Right? Are you having sex with her while she's drunk? Because if you're having sex with her while she's drunk and she's blacked out, what's that? So you claim she has a drinking problem. You're giving her drink and then you're having sex with her, Luke? What's going on there? Kate says that she tries to talk about attraction, but he wants to talk about the drinking. So every time she brings up the marriage, he goes back to her drinking to make her think something is wrong. Kate was trying to have sex all weekend, and every time she tried to have sex, he would say no. And then he was like, with all these people here, I mean, come on, you're an adult. You could sneak and have sex. It's romantic. You're away. Something is wrong with Luke. And Kate, please, baby girl, open up your mouth. Because I can't. You're like, every time I try to talk about when trash and you don't want to talk about my drinking. Like, Kate, we love you, but we want to hear what you have to say. Open up your mouth, okay? Kate finally agrees with Luke that he's right and that she gets it now, puts headphones on. So I'm thinking, guys, that Kate has finally gotten it. Do you think she finally got it? Like, look, he's not interested. He's not interested. I'm hoping that's what it is. That she finally gets it that he's not interested. What do you guys think? Do you think she finally gets it? The couples return home. Did you guys see the bed that Kristen and Keith has? I thought that bed was cute. I'm always noticing a little thing. I like that AJ and Steph is really sexual. I really like that. I really, really like. I don't think I've seen a couple, and I've watched all 8 seasons. Well, the season with Molly and John, I kind of slept through that one, but I don't think I've seen a season where a couple is so sexual, and I thought that was nice. Okay, next week they're preparing for D-Day. Christian and Keith, they're talking about love. I don't know. Do they love each other? I don't think they should stay together. They're not good. And next week, AJ is having a breakdown at the bowling alley. Then we see Kate talking to friends. Luke says she knows that he likes her. She says she doesn't know. Steph is telling AJ that he makes her nervous. Thank you, Stephanie. It's time for you to speak up, baby girl. It is time for you to speak up. I just think you should not stay with him. Move on. Goodbye. It just doesn't work. And I think you can find somebody else who is more your type or more what you need. Because like you say, you've always been in these relationships, and it's just time for you to be with someone who can really lead you and be what you want. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Married at First Sight, I love this is my only show I watch now. I'm so busy. I have so much writing to it, they'll do, and then I have the baby, and now he has homework. Y'all, homework 4-year-old have homework. So this is the only show I watch, and I love it, and I love it for this group for church girls want to get married because it's about marriage and dating and stuff like that. So it's really good. But thank you guys. If you have not subscribed, please do. Please share this channel with somebody else. Invite them to watch and listen. I love you, appreciate you, thank you, and I will talk to you later. Please leave your comments below, your thoughts and your ideas, so on and so forth below. And who do you think is going to stay together? I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.